The crowd are on their feet. Eala barely has the energy to get to the net to congratulate her opponent on a classic. Oh, again. Really smart play. Oh, brilliant work by Sas. And Sasnovich breaks again. This is ruthless. And 35 minutes. Better, much better. Again, cool.
Listen to me very closely, because what you are looking at on your screen right now is not just a tennis match. It is a crime scene. It is a psychological heist. It is one of the most absurd and terrifying displays of mental warfare I have ever seen on a professional court. And I need you to understand that what we are witnessing here at the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open is a glitch in the matrix. It is something that is not supposed to happen. Because on paper, let's look at the facts. Let's look at the cold, hard data. On paper, Aliaksandra Sasnovich is supposed to win this match 10 times out of 10. She is the veteran. She is the one who has been grinding on the tour for over a decade. She has seen every style of play. She has played on every surface. She has faced the legends and lived to tell the tale. And in the first set of this match, that is exactly what the script said was happening. She came out and she didn't just beat Alexandra. She dismantled her. She took her apart piece by piece like a mechanic stripping down an engine. It was 6-2, and it wasn't even that close. It was clinical, it was cold, it was professional bullying at the highest level. Sasnovich was playing 4D chess, while Eala was still trying to figure out how to open the box of checkers. And if you turned off the TV after that first set, nobody would have blamed you. Nobody would have said you missed anything, because the writing was on the wall, the ink was dry, the narrative was set. But then, and this is why we watch sports, this is why we torture ourselves with hope. Something snapped, something in the atmosphere shifted, and we need to talk about the venue because context is everything in this sport. We are in Abu Dhabi. We are in the middle of the desert. That is not a polite golf clap audience of wealthy tourists. That is the roar of Manila. That is the Filipino expat community in the United Arab Emirates. And they didn't just buy tickets. They mobilized. They brought the energy of a Davis Cup final to a second-round match in February. And I truly believe, and the experts will deny this, but I know it is true, I truly believe that in the second set, that energy started to seep into the court. It started to vibrate through the hard court surface and up into the soles of the players' shoes. And it started to infect the mind of Aliaksandra Sasnovich like a virus.
Wide! Oh, that's magnificent. And Sasnovich with the first mini break. win that.
She starts ripping that two-handed backhand down the line with zero regard for safety, with zero regard for the unforced error count. She is playing with the reckless abandon of someone who has nothing to lose and everything to gain. And this is what they don't tell you about professional tennis. This is the secret that the coaches and the agents want to keep hidden. At this level, at the top 100 level, the physical difference between players is negligible. It is microscopic. Everyone can hit a forehand over 100 miles an hour. Everyone can serve out wide. Everyone can slide. The only difference that matters is entirely in the belief. It is in the delusion that you belong there. And this look of why won't she just go away? And that is the moment the match was lost. That is the moment the soul left the body. Because Eala sensed blood. She is a shark in the water. And she smelled the hesitation. She saw that the veteran was rattled by the noise, rattled by the sudden aggression, and she pressed the boot on the throat and did not let up. The defense from Eala in the corners is spectacular. Look at the footwork. Look at the split step. She is sliding. She is stretching. She is making Sasnovich hit one extra ball, two extra balls, three extra balls, until the legs start to burn and the lungs start to burn, and the unforced error comes. And it came, oh it came. The errors started flowing from the Sasnovich racket, like water from a broken dam. And you have to understand the pressure on Sasnovich. Here she is the favorite. She is the one who is supposed to win. And when you are the favorite, the crowd is your enemy. Silence is your friend. But there was no silence in Abu Dhabi that night. There was only noise. There was only the chant, the screaming, the collective will of thousands of people pushing the ball over the net for Eala. And this is the beauty of the next-gen mentality. These new kids coming up, they don't care about your resume. They don't care about your years on tour. They don't care how much prize money you have won. They see a yellow ball, and they hit it as hard as they physically can. And when you combine that fearlessness with a crowd that is screaming for every single point like it is match point at the Wimbledon final, you create a pressure cooker that breaks people. It melts them down, and Sasnovich broke. She didn't physically break. She is an incredible athlete. She is fit. She is strong. But mentally, the pressure of the moment, the noise of the home crowd, in a foreign land, they push it. They play safe. But Eala did the opposite. She accelerated, she increased the racket head speed, she went for the lines, she aimed for the paint, and that is terrifying to play against. Because how do you defend against someone who is willing to miss? How do you defend against someone who is playing with fire and enjoying the burn? And when Eala finally takes this second set, look at the reaction. Look at the face. That is not relief. That is not happiness. That is dominance. That is a declaration of war. She is screaming. She is pumping her fist. She is telling the tour, I am not just here to participate. I am here to take over. I am here to disrupt the order. And the crowd reaction, listen to that audio. It is deafening. It is distorting the microphones. It sounds like a jet engine taking off inside the arena. Not because she has the biggest serve, not because she hits the hardest. There are plenty of girls who hit harder. But because she refuses to die, because she has a resilience that you cannot teach. You are either born with it or you are not. And she has it in spades. And when she has an army behind her in the stands, when she feels that national pride on her shoulders, she becomes 10 feet tall. She becomes invincible. And this is the future of Asian tennis. This is the future of the WTA. And if this match is any indication, the future is going to be incredibly loud, incredibly aggressive. There is no teammate to pass the ball to. There is no clock to run out. You have to stand there and face the music. And the music in Abu Dhabi was playing a requiem for Sasnovich's confidence. And even though we are only talking about the second set here, the damage was done, the scar tissue was formed. And whether Eala goes on to win the third set or not almost doesn't matter for the purpose of this analysis. Because the statement was made. The message was sent. She proved that she can walk into the fire and not get burned. She proved that she can take the best punch from a veteran and stay standing. And that is worth more than ranking points. That is worth more than... This is why we watch. We don't watch for the 6-2, 6-2 wins. We watch for the chaos. We watch for the meltdown. We watch for the miracle. Alexandra Eala looked the tennis gods in the eye and said, I am not leaving. And the tennis gods blinked. This is a match that will be played in tennis academies for the next 20 years. As an example of why you never ever give up. It is irrational. It is illogical, and it is absolutely beautiful. Welcome to the madness of the WTA. Welcome to the Alexandra Eala show. Because after this, I promise you, the world is going to be watching her very, very closely.